Greetings, it is I, Francisca, with Rosalina, and yes, our voices are the same. So this may be a little confusing. Yeah, but we'll be continuing the death battle. I was react to Sub-Zero from Mortal versus Glacius from Killer Instinct. It appears we'll have a frosty battle, huh? Apparently so. Is volume good? Yeah, it's good. Okay. Alright. Got free time, so yeah. Yeah, there's a free time here.
The freezing chill of death is a horrifying thought. Whether it comes from being alone in the mountains, submerged in the Antarctic,
or if you're really unlucky, getting iced by one of these cool warriors. Wow, sorry, that was bad, even for me.
Sub-Zero, the Cryomancer Ninja of Mortal Kombat.
And Glacius, the icy alien with a killer instinct. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I'll give you that one, okay? Okay.
For untold generations, the Lin Kuei assassins waged war with their rival splinter group, the Shirai Ryu. Desperate to claim victory in the bloody conflict, the Lin Kuei resorted to drastic means of recruitment for able-bodied soldiers, no matter what age they were.
So, kidnapping children?
Kidnapping children.
Well, at least they got to be ninjas. I bet their tiny little bodies would be even stealthier.
Turns out, 2 of these kids just so happen to be descendants from a race of extra-dimensional beings experienced in the art of ice magic. Their names were Bi-Han and Kuai Liang.
With the Lin Kuei's training, these brothers became cold-blooded assassins and the finest warriors in the clan.
And whether it started as a joke or he just thought it was badass, Bi-Han adopted a brand new name, Sub-Zero.
Sounds like an online username from your teenage years that you regret forever when you're older.
Sub-Zero was
the Linkin Park fans.
He became directly responsible for the complete annihilation of the rival Shirai Ryu clan.
Unfortunately for him, one of them, called Scorpion, survived. Well, kind of, and decided to kill him right back. Which obviously pissed off Kuai Liang, who decided to do the same to Scorpion, and got it. It's like high school drama, but with murder.
Striving to honor his fallen brother, Kuai Liang assumed his brother's mantle as the champion of the Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero was reborn.
Sub-Zero.
This new Sub-Zero is a master of Shotokan karate and Dragon Kung Fu, and enhances his martial arts with his deadly cryomantic abilities.
Subby can freeze the moisture in the air to do tons of stuff. He can make his own personal slip and slide, perfect for surprise attacks. He can form all sorts of weapons out of thin air, like daggers, swords, or even ice hammers. But best of all, the dude can make ice so cold, it instantly freezes anybody who touches it.
This can be achieved through Sub-Zero's Ice Blast projectile, or the Ice Clone technique, both of which completely immobilize his opponent for devastating follow-up attacks.
Did he just make a perfect sculpture of himself?
Yes.
Why doesn't he go into the ice sculpting business? Dude would make a killing. Ooh, just, you know, not the literal kind. He's got that down already.
Sub-Zero can also implement his cryomancy and ninja talents in what appears to be near-instant teleportation, an unexpected ability which baffles even his fellow assassins.
Yeah, but I bet that's still not as unexpected as turning into a friggin' polar bear. Like, how? I want to do that.
And best of all, after subduing his enemy, Sub-Zero has no qualms about tearing them to bloody shreds with one of his fatalities.
Taking after his dear old bro's favorite form of murder, Sub-Zero can rip a person's head off with their entire spinal column in tow. This one's
one of the most signature fatalities ever.
Particularly nasty, Sub-Zero will toy with his opponent. He'll encase their lower half in ice and force them to watch helplessly as he tears them in half. Or for a quick death, he'll put them in a deep freeze that shatters like glass.
At most, it takes Sub-Zero approximately 4 seconds to freeze a person in place, which in real-world physics is completely impossible. To induce full-body frostbite in that time, he would have to lower the surrounding temperature to negative 6.5 million degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a stupid amount of cold.
Yeah, that's
14,000 times colder than absolute zero, to be exact, making it a temperature which literally cannot exist.
And yet still not as cold as my ex-wife's heart. Ha! Anyway,
Yikes.
Sub-Zero has more than earned his reputation as one of the most fearsome fighters in the Mortal Kombat universe. He's strong enough to break titanium statues with a single chop, quick enough to dodge an oncoming rocket, and he defeated some of the best warriors across multiple dimensions. Like the lizard dude Reptile, and Taven the half-god, who single-handedly defeated dozens of Lin Kuei assassins. He's beaten his rival for life Scorpion several times, and even took on Batman?
Through sheer willpower, he survived injuries no normal person could walk away from. Like
that was a
being torched in
crossover
the
game
face
with
by a
the
flamethrower,
DC
or
characters.
being double impaled
That's
through
right.
the torso, and then torched again.
Whoa, that's
The
a lot of
hell?
blood.
What is this guy, an
Doesn't have
Iron
any
Man?
left.
I know,
Pretty
right?
much.
But that pales in comparison to when he underwent the procedures which turned him into a cyborg, and then was blown apart and reassembled into human form while still conscious.
Damn, what a tough son of a bitch.
Wow.
But don't
that's it.
overestimate him. Although Sub-Zero keeps company with powerful spirits, undead wraiths, and immortal gods, he's not one of them. He may have incredible powers, but he's still just a mortal man. Also, his
Yes, he is
emotional
still
baggage and
human.
desire to live up to his brother's name has clouded his judgment more than once.
But that didn't stop him from becoming Grand Master of the Lin Kuei. He changed their goals, turning them to the side of good, and even formed an alliance with his old rival Scorpion over a nice brunch. Life couldn't get any better. And then they found dragons!
Yeah.
Shirai Ryu, dog.
What happened to the other Bihan?
Death is
Oh, if you want to know who that, the others, I think one of them became a Noob Cybot. I don't remember which. I don't remember if that was the right one, but someone became Noob Cybot.
Should anyone
That's
dare
a-
violate
but
these
that's
laws,
another
they will
story.
find themselves
Okay.
targeted by
Anyway,
the
on
galactic
to
marshals.
Glacius, eh?
AKA Space Cops. One of these
Space
alien
Cops?
officers was sent to Earth to investigate an eerie distress signal. But he was shot down by the world-dominating corporation called Ultratech. You know,
Ultratech.
evil Walmart.
Ultratech
Evil
had reverse
Walmart.
engineered
This
from
sure won't be the last time we hear
decades
it.
prior, the Roswell incident. However, the use of advanced technology by less developed species is a clear violation of the 88 Decrees.
Kinda like if you saw a
Because-
chimpanzee pick up a flamethrower. It'd be
Hi,
awesome. But you'd want to take it away real quick.
Determined to correct these wrongs
That's
and
a high
return
low.
home, the alien marshal set his sights on bringing Ultratech to their knees and recovering his lost technology. And if he couldn't, he'd just blow it all up.
It was Ultratech who codenamed him Glacius.
Glacius is here.
Don't let his name fool you.
Has
Glacius wasn't
multiple
always known for his
hearts?
fancy ice
We
powers.
do.
Actually, he comes
Has
from
a
a race
body
of
protected
aliens
by
with
an
weird
icy shell.
telekinetic abilities.
Yep.
By manipulating simple molecular structures, Glacius can use the environment nearby to create armor around his inner body. This came in handy when his ship was shot down in Antarctica, and he lost his native shell.
So he had no choice but to make a new shell out of ice, which permanently turned
That's
him
right.
into an abominable snow monster.
With this new body, Glacius developed a fighting style to make the most of his new capabilities.
Glacius prefers to fight at a distance, using his long-range ice-bending attacks. He can turn his limbs into
Understandable,
huge
huh?
ice lances
Yeah.
to keep enemies at bay, create spiky hail
So howdy
projectiles,
how
and even
against
summon
Sub-Zero
spires of
like
ice right under
can
his
do both.
opponent.
For the most part.
He just punched that guy with an ice sculpture of himself?
More or less.
Pretty
That
much.
is the Shatter Technique, a powerful burst of energy which summons a mysterious uppercutting ice sculpture.
Perfect for
There's a
opening
red
up some
just a
slick
ice
combos on his
sculpture.
foes.
I see.
Still, for all his keep-away game, you'd think he'd be a total chump up close. But remember how he can move ice with his mind? Well, he can
There
melt
we
it
go.
too, including himself.
By turning his body into liquid, he can evade oncoming attacks, surprise opponents from
Yeah.
below with the aptly named Puddle Punch, and even
Puddle
completely
Punch.
dissolve
There's
people
Riptor,
into
one of the
nothing.
foreign
And as
F-Man
an added
commands.
precaution, he can summon
Yeah.
extra ice to his body to serve as thicker armor. Though his molecular
Oh,
telekinesis is too
okay.
limited to maintain this armor for long periods of time.
He may be made of ice, but Glacius
Why
can
now
still
do
hit
we have
hard
a
enough to
skeleton
launch
in there?
opponents several stories into the air, including the 550-pound
Fulgor,
units
another previous
Ultratech
one.
is known for.
He's cunning enough to not only infiltrate Ultratech's highly guarded facilities, but also surprise attack its highly advanced robotic CEO, Arya. Before making his
Arya.
move, by Arya's own calculations, Glacius was able to drop the temperature of the entire room by 122 degrees Fahrenheit in 0.026 seconds.
Yikes.
That's a quarter of a tenth of a second.
Just like Sub-Zero, he can lower a person's temperature by like thousands of degrees to freeze his opponents completely solid. And then he makes them explode with his mind.
Maybe Glacius' real name is Kelvin, because that's colder than absolute zero.
Feel like that was some sort of nerd joke.
Yes, it was. Anyway, in Glacius' mission to bring down Ultratech, he battled and defeated dozens of killer robots, a zombie pirate, a genetically engineered dinosaur fighter, and a werewolf.
He even
That was
killed
savable.
Cinder, the guy who's made of friggin' fire. You know, opposite ice.
Glacius is ridiculously intimidating, but he does have a weakness. His natural body within the ice is fragile and defenseless. His entire fighting style is built around keeping foes away for this very reason.
So how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Glacius?
That's gross.
What, he looks like a giant popsicle.
He's not a Tootsie Pop!
You know what, Boomstick? You're fucking weird.
Yeah. Music is weird.
All right, the combatants are set.
What
Let's
else?
end this debate once and for all.
But first, all this talk of these cold people makes me think of refrigerators, which makes me think of food, so
Which
here we
makes
go.
us think of Blue Apron, because, yeah. I mean, you gotta get used to it for a bit, because Blue Apron's gonna be here for a while.
Good news,
Yeah.
Boomstick. Introducing Blue Apron, the #1 fresh.
Not to mention, I've watched pretty much every I've watched every episode, so yeah.
True.
Straight to your door, along with easy to
Sorry,
follow
I'm just a little
Plus,
hungry.
the
I was woke
ingredients
up
are
only like about
perfectly
an hour ago,
proportioned,
so
so it
I'm
cuts
a
down
little
on waste,
sleepy.
and you know you're using the
Well,
right
sweet.
amount.
You
On
will
top of that, you
eat
can
me
log
with
into their
Francisca?
website and
Yeah.
select the upcoming meals that sound good to you.
I
Like
swear
the
I was up
crispy
a bit. I
salmon
was up
and roasted
late.
potato
Wait,
salad
wait,
with
wait,
pickled
just
mustard
screeching
seeds and
again.
cream fraiche sauce.
Plus, it does
Of
feel
course.
rewarding cooking new and exciting meals right in your own home. But don't just take our word for it. We want you to try it.
Because you're watching Death Battle, you can get 3 meals free with free shipping by heading to blueapron.com/battle.
Seriously, you will love how good it feels and tastes to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. So don't wait. That's blueapron.com/battle.
Oh,
But right
that
now,
already is.
it's time for our
Well,
Death
let's say
Battle!
Okay, so UFO crashed again.
Yeah, the UFO crashed again.
Your race is new to me. You will know the chill of death.
So who will freeze first? I wonder how you guys, how you did. I got
I should have known.
an ice user, yes. Yeah, now you're feeling the pain. An icy pain, I guess? Yes, Rosie, yeah.
Challenge yourself.
There's more to it, though.
You're a formidable warrior, but you lack conviction.
Oh. Goodness, nicely dodged. Oh! Got all to his hand. Wow, that was crazy. There's no way it's over yet. It's never over. What? That was it?
Wow, that was quick.
Sub-Zero wins. Fatality.
I know it's the theme and all, but that was
Ah!
just ice cold.
Glacius and
That
Sub-Zero
was
seemed to be a near
that
match in terms
quick?
of cryomantic abilities, but it was Sub-Zero who had the training and the power to bring
Wow.
Glacius down.
Kinda.
Sub-Zero
Yeah,
fought
despite
ninjas,
the two
robot
being
ninjas,
showing.
secret Secret agents, movie
Fighters,
stars,
but
gods, and even fellow
the battle itself was
warriors.
just kind of
Glacius
meh.
really didn't have anything
It
Subby
really
hadn't seen before.
it didn't really last very long, and there wasn't really too many big
Sub-Zero's
factors, so it was kind of
impressive
just a
reflexes and ninja-like
meh
skills gave him one of the
battle.
most important edges in this fight. He could maneuver around Glacius's keep-away strategy, and his teleportation kept him a step ahead, even able to avoid Glacius's liquid form. And while Glacius did possess a minor form of telepathy, there's no evidence to suggest that it was used for anything other than direct communication.
Sub-Zero
Yeah.
could take a lot of hits, so he wasn't going down easy. But if you put their defenses side by side, Glacius's ice armor does seem better. But it really didn't matter
Yeah,
because Subs could just chop right through it.
Sub-Zero could shatter titanium statues in a single blow, a feat which requires
Correct.
at minimum 63,000
And test
pounds of
your
force per square inch.
strength or whatever
And
it's called.
titanium is obviously tougher than ice. Assuming Glacius' shell is composed
Yep.
of blue ice, the purest and toughest form ice can take, it would still
Let's
only
see.
take at most 57,000 pounds of force per square inch to crack his entire body in half.
And he didn't even need to go that far.
So-
Just get to the squishy insides in the middle. I guess you
did.
could say that Glacius had his expectations shattered.
The winner is Sub-Zero.
Honestly, despite the battle being involved in my element, it was kind of a mad battle. Yeah, kind of mad because, again, that wasn't very long.
Yeah. I'll give you one thing about the next battle. It's always it's definitely longer and a lot more entertaining. That's all I'm gonna say. But I don't know when we're gonna get that, if ever, because yeah, I'm really gonna have more training. So I'll just have to look for whenever an open opportunity presents itself.
Alright, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. But hey guys, I know it's short, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So thanks for watching this.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around watching. Yep. And I will see you next time. Bye. Bye.
Flawless victory.